So today we're going to be doing Steve's 30-day update video. Okay. Now the thing that's amazing about this video is Steve has been fasting for 30 days straight. Okay. He
Days.
took the 40-day challenge, cut 10 days off of it, and did a 30-day challenge. But he
Yeah, buddy.
completed it. He completed it. So I hope you guys are strapped in. You ready to go? We're gonna keep this a moderate time. We're not gonna go an hour and a half. All right, we're gonna try and keep this around
Woo!
30 minutes. We'll see how we do. But stay tuned. Steve's 30-day update coming up next. We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy and you just become a better person. We need to start focusing more on the individual. All right, so first, before we get started, I just wanted to, kind of just thank everybody for all of their participation in not only their own health journey, but also participating in helping others, especially on the Facebook group. It's been just amazing. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it brought a tear to my eye the other day, just seeing like the group. I didn't cry, but a tear dripped down my face. Because it's like there's so many people on there and everybody, is in a good mood. People are positive, and it's really helping people. It's really changing people's lives. And I appreciate everyone's participation. So I just wanted to say that. I also appreciate you guys grabbing your healthy alternative shirts.
A little shameless
Uh,
plug.
Shameless plug. You guys have been, repping the shirts and everything. So thank you for all that. All right, now, Steve, I wanted to kind of rewind a little bit because this is probably the third it's like the third or fourth video we've done. And everybody hasn't seen the very first video, I know. So
Woo!
if you guys haven't seen Steve's first video, I would highly suggest watching that because then you'll get to see how long you've been at it.
Oh man. I started in it's under 2 years.
It was February of
February of 2017.
17.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're gonna be coming up 2019 will be 2 years.
Okay. So you're about a year and a half ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. A year and a half in. So that video is it's in the archives, but check it out. I think it says I think it's titled I started my fasting journey at 350 pounds. I think
Yeah,
that's the
something
title.
like that.
Yeah. But I want to go back. I want to go back to just briefly talk about what started you on this journey. Where were you mentally and physically, and what inspired you to change?
Wow. I'll tell you what, man, Chris, you are something else because I was not expecting that question. To have to go back in the recesses, but I guess I started off going back, man. I started off, I was huge, first of all, and I really started fasting because was going through a lot through my personal life, and mentally I was not in the best of places, kind of dealing with a relationship that was kind of shattered, and I really didn't know kind of what to do. I wanted to make a change in my life, and I wanted to start getting healthy. I was very sick. I wasn't in a good place mentally. I didn't love myself. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. So, I mean, I did what I thought, and the right thing to do was start eating right, start going to the gym, and of course, at the end of the day, that really got me nowhere. I mean, I did drop some weight. Obviously, that's why I started at fasting at about 350, 355, I think it was.
Yeah.
But when I started my journey in total of trying to lose weight, I was 375. Probably, it would probably be a little more, but right in that area, 375. So I got started because I wanted to change who I was and change my, just my life. I wanted to look good. My reasons were not what they are now. My reasons were very vain. They I wanted to look good. So,
Uh-huh.
but of course, through time, you start fasting, you start, going through change, you start eating healthy, you start researching and learning the reasonings for what you're doing, then definitely become different. So the reasonings for me starting originally are definitely not the same reasons now. I still want to look good, so don't ever think that.
Uh-huh.
But it really stems into longevity of life. I want to, live much longer. And I don't want to be 67 years old and be one of those crippled people, where, they're in a home and they just are ready to go. So I want to, want to be one of those guys that I hit 100 and I'm still trucking along. I can work if I want to, not necessarily work, but, I can still be physical. I can still go do things. I can still drive a car. I can, so that's where I plan to get to. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of that is, kind of your goal as well for the future. And, be one of those people that really live a really long life. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my goal is to have full functionality until the day I decide to pass on. I don't see any evidence that shows why that is not we're not capable of being able to do that. You know, I don't see anywhere in any religious texts that say that we have to be old or have the signs of old aging in order to die. Uh, Outside of religious texts, I've looked at, historians and people who have studied cultures who have longevity. I have not seen where any of these cultures it's a requirement to have wrinkles and a curled spine and loss of memory in order to die. I don't see any of that. So, yeah, my goal is to have full functionality until the day I die, well, into my hundreds. So.
Okay. So we're on the same page there. So and we're still going to be kicking and helping people still in that time.
Yeah, I
That's the
mean,
goal.
dude, I plan. I, it might sound crazy, but I plan on looking this way for quite some time to come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to be forever young.
How old? Give me a number.
At least till I'm like 80. I want to look youthful, look like I'm in my 30s or 40s.
Woo-wee.
Yeah,
This
and
the
then
master right here talking, boys and girls. This the
and then after
master.
and then after that, it's I can mature a little bit more, and uh, we'll have another 80 years where I look like I'm in my 40s or 50s, and then, we'll just go on from there. But
Okay.
anyway, this ain't about me. So, um, you've done some 14-day fasts. You've done some 20 plus day fasts.
Hmm.
You've even done shorter fasts, 5 days, 7 days, whatever. What inspired you to do this 30-day fast?
Whew. So, if you don't remember, we've had a conversation, and I told you I was never going to do a 30-day fast.
that
You've heard me say that,
that sounds like
and
something you say.
it's definitely something I've said 100%. So I told myself I would never do a 30-day fast because I don't want to. 14 days was my sweet spot. I was comfortable at 14. That was like my max number. And then I pushed it, a couple times. I did 19. Then I pushed it once and got up to 21. I was like, all right, I was trying to beat John. Because John was at 23.
Yeah.
And John, he just kept evading me. And so one day, this was back around the beginning of the year. So it's like January. And I started a post on the group, and I said, hey, I'm doing a 30-day fast at the beginning of the year. I said, I'm giving you guys a little bit of time. I said, but now I'm about to do this 30-day fast. Let's get the new year started. And then I had then of course my best friend passed, and it just devastated me. So, and that happened during that fasting period. So that just completely ended that. So since January, February in that area, I had no motivation to do any 30-day fasting. I started coming back and started doing, my normal 7 to 14 days in that area. And then I wrote out some goals, and while I was doing a long fast one time, and even writing in the goals in my book, 30-day fast was not in that book. It was 3 months worth of just fasting, liver flushes, different goals I wanted to accomplish, and it went to the end of August. 30-day fast was not in that plan at all, and so I don't know. It kind of came out of nowhere. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do 30 days. And from there, I just, I was just on a fast, and I was only 2 or 3 days into that fast. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and just fast all the way to the end of July. But then I was like, wait, well, that's more than 30 days. So I was like, I'm going to just do 30 days.
Right.
I wrote it in my book, and it was written.
The rest is history, man.
And the rest is history.
It's powerful, man. When you write things down, it's like accountability for yourself.
Yeah.
It's funny. I hear people post on a group and stuff. They'll say, I listen a lot, but I haven't really posted anything because, they don't want to be accountable for what they say. It's like when you say, okay, I'm gonna do a 7-day fast, you're accountable now, and there's people who can hold you accountable for it. And I think writing it down has the same ability. It's a form of accountability, but also it's more private. So it's probably a little bit easier to do than to just announce it on, a group of 10,000, 12,000 people.
Yeah, true.
That's dope, man. I'm extremely proud of you. And we're gonna be showing some pictures of Steve, just so y'all can see. I'll probably put up some before and afters because honestly, he sent me a picture the day, I think it was the day you broke your fast or whatever, and I was blown away. Like literally, it made my day seeing this picture. Because it's like you go from, I remember, what I'm saying? First of all, you're smaller than I've ever known you to be. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You're smaller than your goal. Your original goal, I think, was like 220 or something.
No. Your original goal for me was like 220. Mine was like 250.
Okay.
I said I can lose over 100 pounds. And I said, let's get to 250 and see what I'm looking like. Because I'm thinking, my height, weight. I'm like, what do other people look at at 250? But everyone's different. So I'm like, 250, that's where I want to be at. So then I started dropping, and I think I got down to 285. And then I was like, all right, Chris, we're gonna go down about 230, 220.
Right.
And then you was like, nah, man, we're gonna go down about 200. And then now those numbers, of course, have continued to change.
Yeah. I'm slowly revealing my plan.
He's so diabolical.
But yeah, so it's been an incredible journey just to watch, and your motivation is contagious. Obviously, there's so many people that are inspired. So let's get into some of the things you experienced on the fast. I know you had some notes there. Is there anywhere you want to start in particular?
Well, I guess just kind of, in the beginning.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning.
Where was that?
How did you mentally? Did you need to mentally prepare for the fast? Did you need to physically prepare? Did you do any prep work at all?
No. I go hard, man. I go hard. You guys know me. You guys that have been following me from the beginning. I will tell people to prep because, preparation is important. But sometimes, when you get that motivation and it comes and it hits you and it's right there, right at that point, it's best to just go ahead and take advantage of it right then and there. So sometimes when you take too long, I see people say, oh, I want to prep for a week, give myself a week. And it's like, okay, well, after a week, you may not have that same motivation anymore.
Right.
So like I said, I was already on, I think it was day 2 or something of my fast, and I was going on a 14. And then something just hit me and said, you're going to do 30 days. And I said, okay. And that was it. So I wasn't going into this thinking I'm about to do 30 days, but something hit me, some motivation, jumped up out of nowhere. And that's when I decided that I'm doing 30 days. So I started on don't mind me guys, I'm reading, so it's accurate. So I started on June 27th, and I was, at that time, I was 239.8 pounds. All right. What did I do? I started off with my first week. I was doing dry fasting during the day. So I would just, wake up and I would dry fast during the daytime. So most of the day. And then at night I was going to the gym and I was drinking water while I was at the gym. So I was definitely trying to keep the water, lower while I was at the gym. I wasn't like sitting there guzzling gallons or anything during the gym because I was kind of dry fasting. So it was enough to just kind of keep me, going, not passing out or, because you're at the gym, you're sweating, you're exerting yourself. So it's a little different, you want to try to get yourself a little something. So I did that for about a week. And then the second week, I stopped going to the gym because at that point, I started to get tired and not tired from necessarily like detox or physically tired from the fast. I was just tired because I went to the gym like 6 days in a row.
Right.
So I was just tired. So I was just giving myself a rest or whatever. So by the time that I was ready to go back to the gym, at that point in time, actually, and this will tie into the rest of my story, but during that time, I actually had some issues with my vehicle. So once again, I don't know what it is with me and cars, but I mean, you guys that have followed me, you guys know that I, for whatever reason, just have issues with cars. And it is, I don't know. So if anybody out there wants to give me a car, no, I'm just joking. Just kidding. I mean, my car's decent. It had some issues. So I couldn't go to the gym. So during that second week, so that stopped me from going to the gym. I really didn't have anything to write about during the second week. I had no major detox symptoms. I had no cravings, no real issues. And that is simply, I just attest that to, that's during my normal time frame anyway.
Right.
So I experienced the things that I would normally experience anyway, which is, I start getting a little tired, but for the most part, because I've done so much fasting, I don't have those major detox symptoms anymore, which is really good. It also tells me I'm taking care of myself to a certain point as well when I'm not fasting. So that was good. Week 3, things changed a little bit.
All right.
So during week 3, I started to actually feel hungry. So during the first 2 weeks, I would not feel hungry, a little bit here and there. Week 3, I literally started to feel like, how you eat the night before and then the next morning you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That's how I started to feel at times. Like, man, I am so hungry and I don't understand why. So, I mean, it would just go through spurts. It wasn't like constant, but it was something to note because it was something new. Then I started to just feel the extreme exhaustion, just to the point where I had no energy. It was difficult for me to work. So I don't have a physical intensive job, but my job, I work on the phone. So I talk all day. So as you know, talking is exhausting.
Yeah.
So, and it's different when you're having, right. So it's different when you're just having a conversation with somebody and a friend, you guys are relaxed and you're talking. But then when you're working and you're having to exert energy and talk, it's a little different. So it made it very difficult for me at work because I was just so tired. I had the yuck mouth, is what I call it. Now, something actually very interesting about that is that I noticed that started to come on about day 11, which was normal, which I expected. But during I guess this is technically week 4, it actually was coming to an end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually,
So,
first of all, the fact that you don't get it until day 11, that's abnormal because I think most people get it within that first week easily. I know I
oh,
do.
I used to.
Right.
Yeah. So no, not anymore. So when I get it, that's why I would do like 14 because by day 14, it was getting bad. I was like, okay, I'm done. I couldn't go past it. And I've said that, like,
Yeah.
if I can get rid of that issue, I could do 40 days.
Right.
And I don't know, it is to me, it is the worst detox symptom.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, because it's constant, it's like you can't get rid of it. Like, you get a headache, the headache will go away. You have nausea, the nausea will go away. You have joint pain, it'll go away. Everything comes and goes. You have hunger, it comes and goes away. That is 100% constant. You taste it, it's there all the time. And I've tried everything. I've tried oil pulling. Mine actually started to go away by the time I saw John's last video about using
Floss.
the floss. So I had never even tried it because it was going away. I was floored.
That's
But
insane.
I was like, what? So by the end of the fast, I was like, I don't know if I want to stop, man. This thing is going away now. So it actually gave me hope, for the next time, if and when I decide to do another really long fast like that. And I'm actually excited to, do another just fast in general to see what happens.
Yeah.
Was it going away because I was almost done detoxing whatever it was that was happening, or was it going away just because I was moving past that stage? So I don't know. So I'm very interested to see, what will happen with that.
I mean, I know that eventually that breath goes away one way or the other, whether you're doing super long fasting or if you've just detoxed to a certain point, because it's a detox symptom, and all detox
Yeah,
symptoms go away eventually. Which is why you got the breatharians out there who they don't constantly have that yuck mouth going on.
you're
So
right.
yeah, I mean, I know it's not something that we just have to deal with, but it's just getting to that point.
Right. And that's what got me excited because it was that last week. And I mean, really, other than that, though, I mean, just being a little bit tired, once again, just from having to work, I would rest when I could, I would sleep or just lay down all the way up until I had to get up for work,
Right.
when I would, get showered and then go to work, come home, and then I would just lay down and just relax.
Yeah.
So, um, other than that, man, I mean, as far as detox goes, I mean, that's it. I mean, so that was the one thing that really stuck out to me. I
Right.
mean, of course, I posted in the group one night, I had a craving for potatoes out of nowhere. And I don't know. I mean, I got past it, but it hit hard. That craving hit really hard, and I don't know what it was, but I wanted them, and I was about to have them,
Almost,
but I
but you
didn't.
didn't.
So almost, but I didn't.
Good.
You got it. Um, but as far I had a lot of as far as like benefits or things that I experienced during the fast. Those were like kind of like that was kind of how my month went. I know it kind of seems really simple, but I mean, that's kind of really what it was. There's normal things, are going to happen. You're going to get tired. You're going to have cravings, you're going to want to eat, those things, of course, all happen throughout the entire fast. Those are kind of the things, but those are the big things that stuck out to me.
Did
Now,
you? Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to ask, did you have any major benefits, any new benefits that you noticed?
So I did, which you might be reading my mind because that's what I was about to go into. Um, so a lot of the benefits and things that I experienced, and I think that you guys kind of got to remember, and this is good that we kind of went back. I've done a lot of fasting, so a lot of those physical things that you see, a lot of those ailments, where the skin starts to really clear up, things of that nature. I've kind of I've seen a lot of that change. So physical things. I mean, of course, I lost weight, obviously, but we'll get into that. Um, but really the things that I noticed more than anything were like internal, my emotions, my feelings, my mind. It was I guess you could say more spiritual. I guess would be the
Yeah.
way to explain it. I actually, at some point, I have it written down. I actually stopped caring about if I was losing weight. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, and for me, obviously, that's a big thing because I'm on a scale 2-3 times a day, and I take myself twice a day as well. So
Wow.
no, I do that because also I like the data. So I do that to help, when other people have questions and things, I understand what my body's doing, and so I can
Right.
certain things, but I noticed an extreme calmness and peacefulness that kind of just fell over me, and it's actually continued even up to this point. So I don't really know how to explain it. I wrote down things just quieted around me. So just the world in general, I felt like the world got quiet, and I was able to really kind of dig deep in myself and understand my thoughts, my own feelings in situations. What was I really feeling about a situation, or what was I really feeling about something that happened? And it helped me to become even more in tune, just with myself and what, just kind of what I want. I had a really good friend of mine. She basically said that she noticed that I was extremely clear and extremely decisive in everything that I was doing. So whether it was just having a general conversation, or whether if it was me just talking about goals, or whether it was talking about fasting, whatever it was, just conversations we were having, they were different.
Mm.
And she said I was very purpose driven. So, and that was something I noticed as well. And I basically was like, well, I don't have any energy, so everything I am doing, I'm doing it for a purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm not out there wasting any energy. But this was more than that. This was something that was driven by a different part of me. And once again, all of those things I have noticed have continued once again, even after the fast. So that's actually really good, because I didn't want to feel like I lost that, or I didn't want to feel like I had, changed or anything of that nature. So I still feel those things just as strong. There are, I mean, if I eat, I still feel, all those things when you first break the fast. So how can I explain it? Okay, so when you first break a fast, usually, for, I don't know, a couple days or a week, after you eat for the first time, you'll feel a certain way. Whether you eat something good, you'll feel good. If you eat something bad, you'll feel bad. You ate something you shouldn't have eaten, and you ate something that was really good for you. So we're about a week out, a little bit less than a week away, and I still feel the same things. So there's a lot of stuff that has, and these are things that are different. So a lot of the benefits that I've experienced during this time frame are still following me, even at this point, which is something that I really didn't experience before previously, other
Yeah.
than just the physical changes.
Right.
You know, the physical changes that you obviously still see them, but a lot of the other changes, you know, they kind of fall by the wayside or you don't really think about them. But everything else at this point has still followed me, which I thought was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that's interesting because one of the things I noticed is when we very first started talking after your fast, you were talking about how we had spoke previously about doing one meal a day or something of that nature to just keep the ball rolling. And
Mm-hmm.
I had mentioned how that's the route I took after my initial long-term fasting back in the day. And it's funny how when you got to that point, you finished fasting because initially you were like, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not doing that meal a day stuff.
I was on 30 days, man. I wanted,
I
I
want
was
to eat.
ready.
I want to eat all day long,
If
And
I
then
want, if I want it, I'm gonna have it. That was,
right,
you know.
right. And then after the fast, you're like, man, I feel full after a bowl of soup, or I feel full after a couple grapes. And it's
Yeah.
like that's what I had experienced when I came off of my first round of long-term fasting. And I always wondered why that wasn't the same for you or John. Because John, I don't think John's really experienced that either. So it's interesting that now it's taking you to do this 30-day fast to really get that. Even now, like I just came off a 7-day fast, and huh?
No, I didn't know you were on. I knew you were. I forgot you just finished that one.
Yeah, and my appetite is it's changed. Today at lunchtime, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry. It's just lunch, so you bring a lunch, so you eat it. But like I ate half the portion, the rest is still sitting downstairs. And I think what we have to do is break habits. Like at this point in time, what your goal should be is just break habits. If you're not hungry, don't just eat because it's time to eat, because it's lunchtime or whatever. Or like I did, just have a half portion or whatever. Um, my hunger pangs, they've been really annoying me lately. After I've been doing this kind of rapid fire fasting this summer, the hunger pangs are really starting to get on my nerves. It's sort of like I'm realizing how much we think about food. I'm realizing how often I actually feel hunger pangs, and I'm starting to realize that it's like annoying to me.
Yeah.
So today has been great because today I haven't been hungry, and last night I didn't really eat anything. So and I'm kind of I feel like, man, it's time to just, I guess I should just roll with the flow, go with the flow.
Feel like you just should eat just for no reason, but you're not hungry.
Well, no, I'm saying like I feel like I should just keep like going like this where I
Oh,
don't.
just I got you.
It feels natural. So I feel like when your eating habits start changing, it's time to go with the flow, man. Like I mean, there's no reason to fight against it. Now, obviously, I want to gain some weight back because I'm the smallest I've ever been in my existence. So I want to gain some weight back, but I'm not in a rush. And I still got some more. I got some more fasting and stuff to do. One exciting thing is I'm working on my ice cream. I'll probably be trying the first recipe this weekend sometime. I
Ice
got
cream.
Yeah, I got all the ingredients in, and I'm going to be developing an alkaline ice cream.
Oh.
It'll be 100% what I call a guilt-free treat. So it means you can eat it every day, all day, without, worrying about any negative effects.
Truly guilt free.
Truly guilt-free snacks and treats.
Hey, you know what? That's really important because it's not really meals, it's snacks.
Yep.
That gets people. I mean, because you'll have people that will sit there and they'll, and I'm guilty of it as well. Sit there and prepare a great meal and then eat and then not be hungry. And then just be like, man, I just want something.
Yep.
I
Snacks.
want something. And then that's when they go and they start getting in the pantry. You know, they start getting those chips. They start, getting things that they shouldn't, be getting. Once again, I'm guilty as well of certain things. I have my treats that I like that I shouldn't have. But so that's really important, man. And it's good to have those things on hand as well.
Yeah, and ice cream's great. You freeze it. It's just there. It's ready.
There.
So I'm excited, man. I'll be working on it, and I'll be releasing it as soon as the Patreon's gonna get the recipe first. But as soon as when I perfect it, then the rest of the group will get it, and that'll be exciting.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm a Patreon, so.
Yep. So, what do you think, man? What do you got going on for the rest of the summer? Do you plan on doing another long-term fast? First, how much weight did you end up losing on this?
Oh yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I completely just not even thinking about weight loss, man. But I know y'all guys want to know that. So, not just weight. Let me take some inches too.
Yeah.
So I shrank, guys. I shrank a lot. And but I ended up losing. I don't know if you want to do the math on it for me, because I didn't write it down. But I got down to 212.2. It was 27 pounds.
27 pounds.
Ooh!
So you lost 27 pounds in 30 days, which is right on par with what you should be losing.
Yeah, and I was very happy about that. My goal was to get to 210. I wanted to get 209.8. I wanted to get in the single digits, but I wanted to get to 210. But you can't listen. You can't control the body. It does whatever it wants to do, and it made up for it because when I say I lost a lot of inches, I lost a lot of inches, man.
How many inches did you lose?
So I lost. It was 6 inches total in my chest and my stomach. So those are the two important numbers.
Okay.
So it was 6 inches total in my chest and my stomach. It was 2.5 in the chest and 3.5 around my stomach.
Okay.
So yes, and those are my hardest 2 places to lose it.
Right.
So that was extremely good for me.
Yeah.
To be able to lose that amount of inches in those areas, because once again they were the hardest. So one of the things that was most beneficial is that because I would hit 14 days or whatever, and I'd get to a really close point and I'd stop. So going past that point really helped. And I had multiple times where I hit, where I didn't lose any weight. There were 3 stretches where I went 3 to 4 days with no weight loss, none. And like I said, you guys know I'm anal. So, but then on that 3rd or 4th day, then I'd tape myself and I'd lose inches. But I tape myself daily, and sometimes it would be nothing, no weight, nothing. And then the one time I gained weight.
Right.
Towards the end, I told you, and I told John, I gained, was it 3 pounds?
Yeah, 2 or 3 pounds.
Out of nowhere. No idea, but so I tell you guys this because this happens to people. And they talk about it on the Facebook group all the time, and it happens. It's going to happen. The body is miraculous. I didn't change anything. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I just woke up and boom. And of course, I was very upset. I was very upset.
Yeah.
Because I was very close.
Man, because the body knows best. The problem is that we try to plan things because we have these goals. The goal should just be, okay, I'm going to fast for 30 days. That should be the only goal. Everything else, just let your body do what it does, because trying to force your body to lose. Man, I had a girl ask me if it's possible to lose 100 pounds in 2 months. And I said, yeah, it's possible.
Possible.
That's extreme in the sense that in order
I'm sorry. You said it's extreme?
It's extreme in order in the sense that um, you have to pretty much fast straight. Number one, you're going to be doing a 2 month straight fast, and you've got
Oh,
to
100%. There's no breaks.
right. There's no
Yeah.
breaks. Plus, you've got to put dry fasting in there, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to do that. So that's going to be extreme, especially for someone who's never fasted and has not prepped for dry fasting.
Mm.
So it's not something I would recommend. And why? It's like if you're 100 pounds overweight, you've probably been that way for a couple of years. So why all of a sudden now do you have to lose 100 pounds in 2 months? I
You
just
don't.
I don't see the point. Even if your life is on the line, you can just literally start fasting and you will start gaining your life back that quick. You don't have to drop the 100. If your doctor said, "Oh, you got to drop 100 pounds in 2 months or you're gonna die," they don't know what they're talking about.
Well,
Like
I will say this. No, you're correct. But I'll say this. And the only time that they're going to say something like that, I mean, you got to be like grossly overweight.
they're
You
never
know,
lose 100 pounds in 2 months. They're gonna tell you to get surgery.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're going to tell you to get, bro. They're going to tell you to get liposuction. Not even the gastric. They're going to tell you just it needs to come off right now. That would be the only way. And I say that, and we talk about we're fasting and the numbers that we see every day. Well, there's a guy, this guy in the group right now who's been fasting. I think he's on day 11.
Deontay.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think his name is Deonta. And he's doing great. He's lost over 40 pounds in like 11 days.
Yeah. He's roll. I think he started off at 550 or something like that.
I think it was over 600.
Was it?
Yeah. I think he was almost 600. He's not, yeah.
He was almost 600, but
he's almost, yeah. He might have been right over it or right at 600.
He's motivating so many people.
Oh my God. He does these live streams and I look at him like later because I'm always at work when they pop up and there's just 600 likes on it, 200 comments. I'm like, dude, you're doing it, man.
You're doing it.
Keep going, keep sharing because people are like, if this guy can go out here and do this, so can I.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And people love to see those stories. I mean, there's so many people that are like, well, yes, Stephen, you were almost 400 pounds, but you didn't look that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I mean, okay, whatever. But, I mean, people enjoy watching what he's doing, where he's starting, and they are intently paying attention to his journey. And I am as well.
We are.
So, very intently paying attention. So, my brother, if you watch this, we're paying attention, whether you know it or not.
He knows. He knows.
He knows.
So Steve, what's your plan for the rest of the summer? Where's your mind right now? Have you come? I mean, I know you say you want to look good. What do you got going on?
Well, sir, let's go to my handy. No, I'm just joking. This page is empty. I'm just joking, guys. No, it's in my other book. But as of right now, I was supposed to be doing a flush, but I am not this week. So I'm not going to set myself back. I've already told myself starting Monday, I'm going to go ahead and start another fast. People are probably like, dude, what? You just did 30 days and you're about to do another fast? Guys, I don't know. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. These goals, they just keep popping up. But yeah, I really want to make sure that, my goal is really to be under 200 by the time I come down there in August. And I know that I can do it. So I have one thing planned for this month. It's my daughter's birthday. So other than that, though, I really don't have anything else planned. I'm not going to be doing a 30-day fast, but I'll probably end up doing somewhere if like Elisa 14 after her birthday. Her birthday's on the 10th. So right after her birthday, it'll be Elisa 14. But do not be surprised if I just go ahead and fast all the way up until I come to Texas. So it'll be like from the 10th until it'll be close to 20 days. I fly out on the 30th. It's a Thursday. So it'll be like 17, 18, 19 days. And then, I'm fasting this week as well. So starting Monday, so I'll fast this week. Then I'm going out of town for her birthday. And then I'll be fasting for like 19 days until I get to Texas.
All right.
So that's it, man. That's the plan. And then, of course, it's going to continue, after that point. But like I said, that goes up until August, the end of August. So as soon as I, come out to Texas here at the end of the month, sit down, we'll probably reevaluate some plans on camera and, and kind of just go from there. But fasting.
Well, that's good, man. Obviously, I've told you 100 times I'm proud of you, and just keep it up, man. Just it's to the point now where family members, I notice family members are like, "Oh, Steve, like, whoa, like you look crazy. Like, how did this happen?" I'm sure for them it happened overnight,
Yeah, it felt like overnight for them. Trust me, it has not been overnight.
Yeah, but it's been dope, man. I think we've gone over enough. We'll probably wrap this one up. I'm sure it's probably over an hour.
I don't know what, we just can't, man. Listen, man, we'll snip a few parts, man.
I'll snip a little bit.
Sure, did a little bit for them, man. But they love this stuff, man. It's a lot of good information. So, I actually really enjoyed doing this because I felt like I had something a little different to share. Because it may not be most popular because people want to hear the story, the numbers, but. Man, I'm telling you, man, the things that I felt and the things that I went through, these are things that are going to help. Just real quick, and we'll wrap this up. But during this 30-day fast, I was able to extremely focus on other things. My credit, for example, I told you guys, and like 2 videos ago, I was working on my credit. I just saw my credit jump like 60 points. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is giving me the ability to, put energy in other places. And once again, you've heard me say this before, you just keep fasting in the background. And it's really helped me to maneuver a lot of different things because, I have a lot coming up here. I got my car situation taken care of.
Yeah.
I was able to do that mentally in a breeze. There are certain things that bothered me, but this was the easiest time other than any other time. I picked up something new, man. Everyone knows how to use chopsticks, but I decided I'm going to try to really efficiently learn to use chopsticks.
That's an interesting little hobby you got.
Listen. You do 30 days and see if you don't find some things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people ask me all the time, like, Steven, what do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I bought me a box. Look, I love this thing, man. It's nice. Having some nice chopsticks here, man. We might be giving you guys a clip of me just, using these things, but, just learning, just teaching myself, just
developing new skills, man. You got all this extra time. You got extra money. And that
little things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, Steve has been dropping little videos in Patreon. So for those who haven't checked it out yet, Steve will drop little nuggets in there every once in a while to spice things up and give you a little bit more bang for your buck.
A little something.
Yeah. So for those of y'all who like seeing Steve's videos and stuff like that, there is a little bit more footage over on the Patreon. So check out the Patreon account.
Ooh. Hey man, are we gonna give him a little? Man, we give him a little taste, man. We just give him a little snippet of maybe
what?
Give him a little snippet of the last video, man. The last one I just made and put in there. Guys. This is one thing that during my 30 days I picked up. So I started trying to teach myself how to use chopsticks. Now, I know how, the basics like everyone else, but I wanted to really try to, get myself a little better. So, but here we go. Oh man, wow. That is it's like too sweet. It's very tart, and my stomach is literally already rumbling. No, but seriously, man, this has been fantastic, man, and I really appreciate you guys, following along. I appreciate all the love on the Facebook group, and if you guys know me, I get busy sometimes, but when I really get in depth into fasting, you'll see me kind of fall back a little bit, and that's just honestly because I'm being selfish with my own time, and I'm just working on me so I can, be a better person, and and that's what I do. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
don't ever be afraid to take that for yourself, whether it's your friends, family, co-workers, whatever. Man, take that time. Be selfish. There's one thing you can't ever get back is time. We can make time a little longer though. Start doing this fast though. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys.
Hey, you missed the live stream.
I was at work.
Yeah, you missed the live stream. It was pretty hot.
2 hours.
It was pretty hot, man. All right, guys. So John's gonna be on the next live stream because he got a little taste. He wants to get on the next live stream. So just so y'all know, I'm gonna be doing the next live stream on a Wednesday. Probably not this Wednesday, but maybe the following Wednesday. So mid month. I'll be announcing it. Everybody will know ahead of time. But I'm gonna do Wednesday, and I'm gonna do it a different time of the day, just to give different people an opportunity to participate.
Hey man, when I come, I want to get on a live stream, man.
When Steve comes, well, I was just about to say that we'll do a special live stream, and we'll have me, John, and Steve on the live stream. That'll be huge.
Yeah.
So you guys can be looking out for that. All right. Any final words?
Man, I love you guys, man. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am just in a great mood. Like literally, just talking to you guys. Like I've been emotional this whole time. Like my eyes been watering at certain points. I don't know. This 30 days has really done a lot. I mean, you guys will see the pictures that we posted. You'll see how I physically changed. So some people want to see that, and I think that the people that want to change inside really gonna enjoy this. But I love you guys. That's all I got, man.
That's awesome. I love you guys too. And yeah, it's that 30-day fast, man. It's way beyond weight. Like it's way beyond the weight. And that's just I just want you guys to keep that in the back of your mind. You might not be there yet, but you'll get there. I mean, shoot, Steve he's big on weight, and for him to be saying what he's saying, that means a lot.
Right, it's like blasphemy, man.
Almost. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, the application of knowledge is power, and we will check you guys out next time.
Peace.